What's up, guys? So you may have noticed I haven't posted for a week, but I can explain. The last final that I had was on Friday the 31st, which is when I had ClinPath. So that took up the majority of this week of my time studying for this exam. But my next exam isn't all the way for 2 weeks. I believe sometime in this week. So I have all these 2 weeks to film and edit and do other things. Expect more videos on the way. A lot of them, actually. I'm gonna be filming a video on open house. Actually, if you're there at open house on Friday the 7th, everyone come out to this day and find me. I'll be there. I will be working. What am I doing? I'm doing teddy bear surgery from 8 a.m. to 11 a.m. So come find me and let's fix some teddy bears together. It'll be fun. So today I want to film sort of a progression of your journey through vet school if you're a vet student, and just give you a daily look at where we are and what we're doing on a daily basis. And it all starts in the freshman room. Let's go there. Here you have it. This is freshman room, pretty much where we spend 99% of our time here at UGA. This is our freshman classroom. Oh man, this place brings back some memories. I'm a second year vet student, so I've already gone through the turmoils and trials of this classroom that it's had to offer. But yeah, this is it. I mean, it's pretty nice. You have your pull out. You pull out desks. You can pull out desks, even for us left-handed people. So that's a pretty good feature here. You got plugins, essential for all your electronics. There's a lot of rows here, so if you want to sit up close and get a nice full view of the projector and the professor speaking, you can do that. If you want to sit in the middle and blend in with everyone else, you can do that too. And if you want to chill in the back and not have anyone notice you, you can still do that. But don't scream. It's actually kind of echoey in here. Echo! I would film this when people are here in class, but they don't really like that. And that might be against the rules. So I'm trying to refrain from most in-class shots just because the professors get squirrely about being filmed. And there's a lot of students here and some of them might not want to be on camera, things like that. But I can still show the classroom after hours. One thing I really like about this classroom is we have a clock up here so we can see exactly what time it is. And what's even better is there's one back here at the back of the classroom. That way professors know when they're going over time. But I'd say there's a major flaw in the way this classroom is designed. And I would say that about a lot of classrooms here. It's just super cold, like most of the time. Like literally, they turn the temp down to like 68 degrees on the daily. And it can get super cold depending on where you're at and where the vents, compared to where the vents are. So a lot of times we have no choice but to improvise by bringing our own blankets. Bonus points if you get a Snuggie. Ooh, oh, that's nice. Seriously, sometimes it can get so freaking cold. Oh my, oh goodness.
Oh, the weather outside is frightful.
But yeah, you kind of need one of these. So if you're going into vet school, definitely invest in a nice Snuggie or a blanket or a nice jacket to keep you nice and warm during these lectures, because this gets cold. I would say a final point of discussion about this room is the seats are very close to each other. The way this classroom is structured is it's a lot smaller than other classrooms. So when you pack 100 of us in there, even though there's more seats than 100, you still feel connected to everyone around you because it's such a small classroom, and you can look back and easily see like your friend or someone else over here. I love this classroom. This was such a good classroom. I miss this classroom sometimes. Just the coziness of it. When you spend most of your time here, it's just like, it becomes your second home, you know? You spend so many hours in classes. So yeah, I miss this place.
Yeah, the seats are really comfy.
Yeah, the seats are comfy. That's the third good point. The seats are nice and comfy. They're well cushioned, And even though it can get a little tight, especially with leg room. Let me talk about leg room. As you can see here, for someone with longer legs like me, this is not enough room for my feet. Like, it's just not cutting it. So I would prefer a better leg room. And one way to get around that is actually if you sit in the first row like this, then you can just stretch your legs out. So yeah, this is where you spend 99% of your time as a freshman. Well, either here or the anatomy lab. These are the two main places where you'll be as a freshman. Surprise, it's not hanging out in clinics working with animals yet. Still got 2.5 more years to go. So that brings us to classroom number 2, the place you upgrade your sophomore year. Let's go. Which brings us to the sophomore room. This place is swanky. And actually, this didn't used to be our sophomore room. It used to be the junior room, and the sophomores were in. The sophomores were in this room, which is a lot more cramped, has these awful chairs attached to metal like hinges, and it was just overall a super cramped classroom. Like this is, I'm pretty sure, smaller in actual size than the freshman rooms. So I'm super glad we have the new sophomore room to take our classes in. So actually this room is super nice. You have this swanky rolly chairs, and even spinning, so that's pretty cool. Just look at all this space, man. Oh, you could have a party in here, like no joke. Like our other classrooms. That tells the temp, 69. So yeah, it gets cold in here too. They still like to keep it super chilly. I don't know why. So bring your Snuggie for second year, because you're still gonna need it. You got your skeleton, you got Mr. Bones over here teaching you anatomy, you know, as you do, just to use for a nice reference during class. You got your flag, the great America. We say the Pledge of Allegiance every morning before class. Just kidding, no we don't. You now have this swanky microphone system here. I should really get this for my video production. Hello? Hello? Can anyone hear me? Testing. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. ABC. However, this classroom does have its pros and cons. One con is, since the classroom is so spread out, I mean, there's a lot of chairs in here. One con is that if you don't sit up in front, it's harder to pay attention the more you get back. So yeah, you could sit up here, right in front of the screen, and you'd be fine. Like, it's close, you can see everything. But, let's go. If you sit way back here, it's kind of hard to see the professor on the screen. So, you might not want to sit way back here, but there's people that do it. Let's go. Personally, I take a middle of the road approach, and I go. Let's go. This is my seat. The seat I currently sit in. The seat I currently sit in during my sophomore year, which is this year. Seriously, there's a ton of room in this classroom. Tons of room to just put your legs up and relax.
Man, what are you doing? Get your feet up off the table.
Why?
It's bad etiquette. I mean, you're gonna get dirt on the table and...
Dude, no one's in here right now. Literally. It's just us. No one cares.
You'll care. One day you'll care.
Why?
Because you'll look back and think, oh man, that was a slob. Should've had more etiquette like Greg.
But yeah, overall, this is a super nice classroom. It's great for what it does, which brings us to third year. Here's where things get special. So the two classrooms I've shown so far have all been at the old school. We actually just got a new veterinary campus that opened up a year ago. And in that medical facility is where the third years have their classes. And it's super nice. Let's go. It's actually a day later, in case you couldn't tell by my new shirt. Wow. Here it is. the third year classroom, Alumni Hall. It's freaking amazing. I've been just coming in here, like, I've been in here a while. Oh man, this place is so nice. Let's start off. You have two huge projectors up here going to these two screens. If you come down here, you can see that there's like two different ports, so plenty of electrical outing for all your charging needs. If you look real close, you can see there's a microphone up there, and there's a lot of them. And what those microphones do is pick up questions in the audience coming to the professor so he can hear those too, which is really nice. They even have this cool new screen tech called Epson. And apparently what it does is display a screen on here that you can actually interact with these pens. So that is super dope. Dude, they even have different lighting schemes for different environments. So if they want to show something on the projector, they can turn the classroom down or make it dimly lit. Dude, these chairs, man, they are so freaking nice. Like the back support on this thing, I feel like I'm floating on a cloud, man. I might steal one of these and bring it back to the second room classroom. Goodbye. Just kidding. It's currently 73 degrees in here. Apparently this building is so nice that they actually have CO2 monitors in here that measure everyone's output of CO2 gas. And the more people that are here, the more CO2 gas that is emitted, and the more CO2 gas is emitted, the more they lower the temperature. So apparently it gets cold in here too. Bring that Snuggie.
Oh, the weather outside is frightful.
So actually this classroom isn't fully in use right now. Since third years have gone to clinicals halfway through their second semester of third year, they're not using this. It's only used for like random meetings and stuff like that. It's not used on a day-to-day basis. Bro, are you serious right now? Yeah, man. Why don't we use this then? We're stuck in that second year classroom, but no one's using this. We should come over here and use this on a daily basis. Shoot, it's so nice. Yeah, for real. So that's pretty much it. When you hit third year, you get a nice upgrade. But halfway through the second semester of your third year, a little thing happens. A little thing called clinicals, which is when you're actually working in the hospital with patients yourself. Yep. No more classroom. Well, that's the end of today's episode. If you liked the video, make sure you like, comment, subscribe, and I just want to thank you guys for the overwhelming support. Like I have over 200 subscribers now, which is crazy to me to think that over 200 people will want to actually watch my videos and look forward to them. So thank you guys for all of the support. I really appreciate it. Until next time, I'll see you then. And if you liked the video, let me know if you want to see anything more about the campus, because there's a couple classrooms I haven't shown, and I haven't shown like any of the hospitals. So if you want that, hit that thumbs up button.